So for this deep dive, we are starting with what looks like, maybe the most boring item you could find. It's a single product listing. The Aurora Multimedia CA0061-2 dual IR emitter. It's small, it costs $40, and on the surface, it seems totally unremarkable. But our mission today is to treat this tiny piece of hardware like it's a massive clue. We want to look past that price tag and figure out what it tells us about, the high-stakes world of government contracts, professional AV, and even global trade policy.
It's fascinating because the price really isn't the story here. The real story is the sheer, the regulatory effort, the whole infrastructure of compliance that's needed just to keep a $40 item in the federal supply chain. This little thing is the essential compliant glue for, really critical infrastructure.
Okay, let's start with the basics then. This is the CA00061- dual IR emitter. Its job is what? Integration. It's like a physical bridge.
Exactly. It's the bridge that lets a central control system talk to other devices, things like displays or projectors. And it's specifically designed for Aurora's WACI series, which is, well, it's the control brain that manages a whole complex installation.
And the listing gives us a clue right away about the target market.
It does. It explicitly highlights its tariff-free status. It promises a budget-friendly and cost-efficient solution. That tells you immediately that the customer is a professional integrator, someone who is incredibly sensitive to the total cost of a massive project.
So they're looking for savings anywhere they can get them.
Anywhere, exactly.
But cost isn't the only thing here, is it? Because the listing then just throws this massive regulatory term at us. It says the product is TAA compliant. Now, for listeners who aren't in the procurement world, why does that matter? The Trade Agreements Act for a simple IR emitter.
It matters a great deal. TAA compliance is absolutely critical for anyone involved in government purchasing of HTV supply products. If you are selling to the U.S. government, your product has to be made or substantially transformed, is the term, in the U.S. or a designated country.
But wait a second, we're talking about a $40 part. Do federal auditors really care about the country of origin for something this small? Isn't that just regulatory overkill?
You'd think so, but no. Think of it like buying, I don't know, specialized nuts and bolts for a NASA rocket. They might only cost a few cents, but if they don't have the paperwork proving origin and reliability, the whole mission-critical system is basically invalid. TAA compliance is all about minimizing risk for the huge, expensive system you're installing.
Ah, okay, so this is the sweet spot.
Right. The tariff-free status helps with the cost, which TAA rules can sometimes push up. It's saying we met the strict government rules and we kept the costs down. That combination is the real selling point.
That makes sense. And that leads to the bigger context. Look at the support package they attach to this tiny piece of hardware. Free lifetime telephone, chat, text, fax and email tech support, and free USA shipping. Why does that level of commitment matter for a component that's less than $50?
Because in a secured federal environment, downtime is everything. If the entire installation, and we're talking about modular matrix switchers, expensive signal extenders, if it stops working because of one accessory failing, you need a fix instantly. That lifetime support guarantees system uptime years from now. They're selling reliability, not just a piece of plastic.
And this emitter doesn't exist in a vacuum, right? The listing sort of gives us a peek into Aurora's whole world. It shows it's paired with things like high-end HDMI, HD basic extenders. Some of those are priced close to $1,000. That's the kind of sophisticated, secure environment this little emitter is designed to live in.
And that's exactly why you should care about it. It's the compliant glue connecting all that expensive mission-critical infrastructure, in secured conference rooms or federal training facilities. If this one $40 compliant piece is missing from the order, the whole $10,000 installation is non-compliant. It's potentially unusable for a federal contract. So reliability starts with the smallest, most compliant link in the chain.
So what does all this mean then? We started with a product listing that you could fit on a sticky note, and it gave us a crash course in specialized AV markets, global trade policy, and the very specific high-stakes world of government procurement.
The final takeaway for you is this. The true cost of any professional tech solution isn't just the sticker price of the biggest box. It's the layered, often invisible cost of compliance and the guaranteed reliability that the environment demands.
So next time you see a seemingly basic piece of equipment in a professional setting, maybe a government office, take a second and consider what specific regulatory hurdle like TAA compliance or a tariff exemption had to be cleared just to get that simple piece onto the shelf.